Geom4 provides many visualization systems, or drivers, to display detector geometry or particle trajectories. A user can choose one using the visopen macro command. Since Geom4 11.2 in 2023, a major improvement has been introduced to visopen. Now, you don't have to specify any visualization driver after visopen. How can then Geom4 select a proper driver? Is it still possible for a user to specify a visualization system different from the automatically chosen one? Let's clarify them in this video. Typically, we use the visopen Geom4 macro commands to specify a Geom4 visualization driver, and visDrawVolume to prepare visualization data in the background, and the visViewRefresh to display it on screen. Geom4 also provides many macro commands to fine-tune the visualization. All these commands need to be run after the runInitialize command, because the detector geometry doesn't exist in memory before this command. We can type these commands line by line in the Geom4 user interface, or save everything in the macro file and load the file from the Geom4 GUI. Note that if you run the Geom4 application in a terminal followed by a macro file, Geom4 will run in the batch mode. That is, it will quit immediately after executing commands in the macro file. If you want to examine your detector geometry interactively, you can run the application without any macro file and load the desired macro file within the interactive user interface. Watch this video if you want to learn more about the batch and the interactive modes of Geom4. Ever since version 11.2, Geom4 recommends us to omit the driver setting after the visopen command. It will try to select the best one based on what's available in our Geom4 installation. Most official Geom4 exam applications have been updated to demonstrate this feature. For example, the vis.mec file in the basic Geom4 example B1 calls visopen without anything following it. When I run example B1 in my Mac, the OpenGL driver with a Qt front end is automatically chosen. In my Windows 11, OpenGL with the Win32 front end is chosen. And in my Linux box, OpenGL with the X11 front end is chosen. These are all reasonable choices, but what if we do want to specify a driver by ourselves? Can we still do that? The answer is yes. A user can still specify a visualization driver using the visopen command. Even if you omit it, you still have a few other ways to specify it. The first one requires modifying C++ code and the recompilation and is not recommended. The third method involves editing a text file with a strange file name, where the tilde / means your user home folder and the dot in front G4 session is not a mistake. It is part of the file name. Inside this file, you can specify which user interface and the visualization driver is used for which Geom4 application. On Windows, this file needs to be created in your users folder in C partition. If I open this file in Notepad, I can see that the .txt suffix is automatically added in the file name by Windows. Nevertheless, Geom4 can still recognize my visualization driver setting in this file. The second method involves a lot of typing, but can be used to specify a driver right before we run a Geom4 application. It also overrides the setting in .g4 session and the automatically chosen one. This is a demonstration of the second method on the Mac and the Linux command line. The setting is typed right before the Geant4 application. The output of Geant4 verifies that the graphics system or the visualization driver is indeed selected based on the environment variable G4 this default driver. On Windows command line, the syntax is a bit more complicated. The set command needs to be used explicitly, and the Geant4 application needs to be chained with the set command using two and signs. To summarize, there's no need to specify a visualization driver after this open since Geant4 11.2. Geant4 will select one automatically for you. But we can still override this automatic setting using a file .g4 session in your home folder or an environment variable G4 this default driver.